Hey, welcome back to Fan Talk. Today we are going to do a reaction.
A reaction it is.
Yeah. Did you ever see the new Total Recall?
I wish I didn't.
It wasn't that. Okay.
No.
It was
It's
different.
just-
It was actually very different than the original. It wasn't like, they tried to remake it. This was
No.
like, I felt like a whole different movie with the
Yeah.
same premise and, some of the same ideas. But it was very different, which was refreshing in its own. Just, it lost the magic of the first movie because it didn't have the same director. It didn't have Arnold.
You didn't have Arnold, exactly.
Yeah. And, Colin Farrell, I like him, but he doesn't have the same kind of on-screen chemistry that you kind of need for this kind of movie.
That kind of movie.
Well, today we're going to do a reaction to an honest trailer for the first one.
Oh, for the original?
Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So let's just jump right into it.
Please.
From Paul Verhoeven, the director who satirized corporatism in the film where a robot cop shoots crooks in the dick. Satirized militarism in the film where the Beefcake Troop kills aliens real cool. And satirized sexism in the movie where the strippers hump fight their way to the top. The king of having his cake and eating it too will satirize colonialism in the action flick where the beefcake does some humping, then shoots the dicks off everyone on Mars. Total Recall. The good one.
The good
Strap
one.
in for a mind-bending trip to the future that's going through a big 90s retro craze apparently, and see a prophetic vision of today's society where people can't afford a real vacation. The robots took our gerbs, and going outside will kill you. But hey, at least we're not paying for oxygen these days, right? Then we'd really know we were in a dystopia. Oh well, if this is our future, at least I won't be the only one with a third nip in the jacuzzi. Meet Douglas Quaid, a man who can't tell fantasy from reality, like some other Quaid you may know.
Bless America.
He's either a mind-wiped super spy with the key to saving Mars in his brain, or a construction worker who married Sharon Stone. So yes, two equally unlikely options. But what he dreams of being Arnold at his peak, making all the great Arnold noises. Dunking on fools after he kills them,
Consider that a divorce.
Here's the party, Richter.
and packing some serious heat. Both kinds of heat.
What you been feeding this thing?
Blondes.
It's just a boner. Thrill as this Atlas in Wonderland runs from gunfight to gunfight, to gunfight to gunfight, to gunfight to gunfight, where he'll swoon over the lovely Melina, a hooker with a heart of, I don't know, we don't really get to know her that well. Tussle with his wife Lori, a highly skilled crotch assassin. Battle Cohagen, Mars governor who sent Quaid to Earth with a false identity, surrounded by actors, waited for him to discover he's someone else, assumed he'll go to Mars searching for vengeance, then befriend a very particular cab driver, and earn the trust of the mutant resistance leader, or none of his evil plan works,
Frankly,
Or none of his evil plan works.
and fight Richter, a goon stuck in middle management, who in one day has to let Quaid do his wife, get berated by his boss, and lose both of his arms. Yeesh. I hope this is all a dream, and Richter's just some guy who's spitting Quaid's drink at a Chili's or something. So strap in for a modern classic action film that influenced The Matrix with its red pills, reality bending, and firefight with riot cops in a room full of pillars, and influenced Avatar with its double agent who fights for the colonized people, falls in love with one of them, meets their psychic leader, then accidentally leads the bad guys to the rebels' home base. Wow, that is a lot of Avatar. But no matter how influential it was, the discerning cinephile will recognize it for what it is, a total ripoff of the greatest sci-fi film ever made, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Starring Hank Azaria, Melina wins, flawless victory. Nut job. We will deal with your rebel friend soon enough. Richter and Morty. Shredder, get to the Technodrome. May. Maz, forget about it. Google Drive. And a pair and a spare. Mars hard.
Mars are.
In the future, we have driverless cars, but they still talk to you? This is a dystopia. Hey, screen junkies. You're paying people.
Oh, win-win, dude. That's
good.
hilarious.
Enjoy those.
The good one.
And they still completely rip it apart.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really think how much it had in common with Avatar. But yeah.
Let's just be honest. Totally rips off Spaceballs.
Just the air part of it.
And putting the mountain back and...
Well, that has to do with the air.
How does Spaceballs, snow and trees, all that have to do
Don't
with the air?
overthink it.
Because it's a vacuum. It's a vacuum suck.
You just turn it from suck to blow. Yeah, that was actually probably better than doing an honest trailers of the newer one. Because that one, a movie that's bad on its face, that's, kind of like, it's piling on.
Yeah.
So, a classic that you love, but you can still just rip apart. It's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, any of those older films, too, it's easy to just rip into them. But, I mean, let's be honest, we still enjoy and love those films. So.
Yeah, and that first Total Recall, it came out in 1990, but that felt like an 80s action movie. Just kind of over-the-top action. All these bullets are hitting people and, their bodies are exploding. Arnold punches a guy in the face, or in the head, and his, blood just squirts out everywhere. It's like, what?
You always liked how in films it's one or the other. You ever notice that? Like in a movie, either somebody gets punched and they're immediately knocked out.
Yeah.
Or somebody's getting hit with a crowbar and they just keep coming at you.
Yeah, you hit me once with a crowbar, I'm probably going down and staying down.
No, exactly. It's like in these movies where people get knocked out all the time. A lot of times you get hit and you go down, you're hurt.
Yeah.
But you aren't knocked unconscious. In all these movies, people are either knocked completely unconscious. There's never really somebody's just hit and they're on the ground. They're like, oh God, I'm hurt. Oh, just let him run away. It's either like, oh, I'm asleep. Now you can rummage through my stuff and take my loose change, right? Or, it's like, the good guys, like in these movies, they get shot in the shoulder and then they
climb a ladder.
Yeah, they climb up a ladder 5 minutes later and they're running a freaking marathon, even though they've been shot in the thigh. They wrap a bandage around it and 20 minutes later they're running down the street, we gotta get these people, whatever. It's like, yeah, they're unstoppable.
And then all the bad guy red shirts, they get looked at and they fall over.
Yeah. It's like, I always like the G.I. Joe philosophy too, where it's like these bad guys are just sitting there shooting everywhere. Here's all your Joes, and none of them ever get hit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, bang, bang, bang. It's like,
one bullet for one.
One bullet for one. It's like all the good guys are fantastic shots. The bad guys are just awful.
Yeah.
God awful.
They all went to the Stormtrooper school shooting.
It's like nobody can shoot anything. Yeah.
At least in Austin Powers 2, they completely make fun of that. Will Ferrell's character falls down the hill, and he's like, I'm still alive. Only my leg's broken. We try to make a splint crack. Now the other one's broken.
No, they're just very badly maimed.
No, that's a good honest trailer. I'm going to keep watching those. It's a good show.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for watching with us, and catch us next time.